Imagine a world where the last hope for endangered species lies not on Earth, but in space. It's a pretty wild idea, but hear me out. With the rate at which species are disappearing, it's getting harder to conserve and protect them in their natural habitats. That's why some scientists are looking to space as a possible solution. It sounds like science fiction, but it's actually based on some pretty cool technology. They're talking about space-based breeding programs, which would involve taking animals to space and breeding them in a controlled environment, like a space station or a specialized spacecraft. Now, you might be wondering, how would that even work? I mean, animals in space. It's not exactly a common thing. But the idea is to create a safe and stable environment where these animals can thrive without the threats they face on Earth, like habitat loss, pollution, and climate change. The technology to make this happen is actually already being developed. It's called a bioregenerator, and it's basically a closed ecosystem that can support life by recycling air, water, and waste. It's like a tiny, self-sustaining planet where animals can live and breed without needing any external resources. It's a pretty complex system, but it's based on some simple principles like the water cycle and the food chain, things we learn about in school. The benefits of space-based breeding programs are huge. For one, it would allow us to conserve species that are on the brink of extinction, and it would also give us a chance to study these animals in a completely new environment. We could learn more about how they adapt to space and how it affects their behavior and their physiology. It's a pretty exciting idea, and it could lead to some major breakthroughs in our understanding of life and how it can thrive in even the most unlikely places. But before we can start sending endangered animals to space, we need to make sure that we have the right facilities in place to support them, both physically and emotionally. This means designing special habitats that mimic their natural environments as closely as possible, while also taking into account the unique conditions of space. For example, we'd need to provide a reliable source of food, water, and oxygen, as well as a stable temperature and a proper lighting schedule. We'd also need to consider the psychological impact of being in space and provide a suitable environment for the animals to exercise and socialize with each other. One of the biggest challenges will be recreating the animals' natural social structures and allowing them to interact with each other in a way that's natural to them. This is especially important for species that are highly social, like primates and dolphins. We'd need to create a space equivalent of a primate troop or a dolphin pod, where the animals can interact and learn from each other. Another challenge will be dealing with the effects of microgravity on the animal's physical health. For example, in microgravity, the body doesn't have to work as hard to move around, which can lead to muscle atrophy and bone loss. We'd need to find ways to counteract these effects and keep the animals healthy and strong while they're in space. Despite these challenges, the benefits of space-based breeding programs could be huge. Not only could we help to save endangered species, but we could also learn more about the origins of life on Earth and how it can thrive, even in the most extreme environments. And who knows, we might just discover new species that are capable of surviving and even thriving in space. If you'd like to learn more about space-based breeding programs and the cutting-edge research that's being done in this field, be sure to check out our next video, where we'll explore the latest developments and the potential for this technology to revolutionize conservation and our understanding of life in space.